Ani, bonjour, kwekwe, tanzi, scano, and hello. It's Catherine, a rather frazzled Catherine, and Brian, Moonstarlodge, and we're here with a reading for the week of October 27th through to November 2nd. I'm frazzled because we're filming this on Owagat, which is the Iroquoian Feast of the Dead, and this video goes live tomorrow. We're just right in the thick of ancestor time. I feel more in the other side of the veil than I do here. 51 years ago, my beloved grandmother died, my Anishinaabe Kwe Nokomus. Anyway, and another friend died on this day a few years after that. In an accident I was prevented from going into because my deceased grandmother made a phone call from beyond the veil to stop me, and I didn't go. So this is a time where my attentions are being pulled in a lot of directions. One of the things that was a bit exciting about this reading was the number of decks that we both doused needed to be included. Way more decks than could possibly be included for a reading today, unless I filled the table with cards. Excuse me. And perhaps I should have. Lots of messages from lots of ancestors. However, as it is, the decks chosen for this week, I'm going to go through those with you right now. And just know that as many decks were put back as actually are included for this and next week's video. So we're starting with the Dark Side Skeleton Tarot, and it's Debris Publishing, and it's Yuri Skorohod, I believe. Apologies to Yuri if it isn't. We have the Gothic Tarot by Syrian Shadow, and I really enjoy it. We have the Dia de la Muertos Oracle, and this is Kelly Sullivan Walden. And there are three Santa Muerte style Dia de la Muertos decks in today's reading. I doubt they'll be chosen for next week. We have the Bone Tarot by Sam Sawyer, and it works beautifully with the Earth Bone Oracle, another Syrian shadow deck. We have the Daydream Tarot deck. It has some kind of scary images, including this Two of Swords, which is a black-eyed child. We have the Dark Mirror Tarot by Laura Sava. The little tiny Ghastly Lenormand. We have the Santa Muerte Tarot by Fabio Lastrani, my apologies, and the Santa Muerte Oracle cards that work with it. the teeny tiny Halloween Lenormand. We're still going. Seasons of the Witch, Samhain edition. And this is Lorianne Anderson and Juliet Diaz. And finally, the Marigold Tarot, because, you know, we got to hear from the dudes. Anyway, that all being said, we have no astrological issues to be worried about this week. It's all different spirit days, starting with Owagat for the 25th, but the reading starts with the 27th, building to Samhain. Then we have the All Saints Day and All Souls Day. Following week, we have a perigee full moon in Scorpio. We are now fully into Scorpio. And it's 2 days before the Elder Goomba's 79th birthday. And so with a perigee full moon, we might have to chain him down, like, you know, Frankenstein in the tower. But anyway, let's go, Brian, to the cards. So here we have this lineup of cards. I've never used them as a principal tarot. It's fairly new to me. That's this deck, the Daydream Tarot deck. I don't know who daydreams of monsters, but anyway, whatever. So we have the Daydream Tarot here, and one each of some of the decks that I have alluded to. I'm just going to move these ones out of the way because of shadow issues. There we go. So starting with our significator card, we have the Ace of Swords. So we have new mental beginnings, new thoughts, new constructive paradigms, something with clarity, something to, it's incubating an action related to the mind and thinking. It's the air element. So there's a swiftness quite often with anything to do with this suit. This is definitely a coffee day, so we're into the coffee, excuse me. The Ancestor card from the Marigold that's clarifying the significator is the Ace of Rings, which in this deck is the Ace of Pentacles. So the ancestors are telling us that what we're initiating here relates to the material world, and it's something new that we've not done before. So these are both aces, okay? And it's swift clarity of action incubating with a new third dimensional manifestation, something in our day-to-day earthly life that's quite exciting. It feels exciting. We've got the Knight of Cups, the great lover, the lover and leave 'em card, unfortunately. But there's this swiftness looking directly. So it's something we are going to love and have intuition about. And anything to do with this emotional support from the Knight, either we take on the archetype of the Knight with the swiftness and the productivity. We can't take on the flightiness of the Knight because that they can be somewhat flighty. But know that we're going to love whatever is being dragged up here as a new intellectual pursuit, new communications, new strategizing for something in our day-to-day life. Now the Knight of Cups is clarified by the Ace, the Ace of Pentacles. So clearly we've got, they're the same card, different decks. So this is showing us absolutely for sure new things are forming. The next card is the Emperor. He's looking a little grumpy, but I guess when you have that much responsibility for the whole kingdom, looking out and beyond and being wise and orderly and not easily swayed. They're using, Spirit is using that exact phrase. Not being pushed off a direction that they are foreseeing. He too is looking at the knight and looking at the swords. So this new beginning is also being overseen, if we can call it that, by the Emperor. There's magic in this, a truly a great sense of magic. It's being clarified here by, can't get this one up either, despite my nails. Okay. So this is the Santa Muerte. This is the Brotherhood card. They're saying that it's important to include people that you trust in the building of what's coming here. Success will come more quickly, not that it wouldn't be successful, but it will come more quickly if you involve people that you trust in this brotherhood of creation. Now, the fact that that's also with the Emperor means the Emperor is watching this as much as the Brotherhood are involved with what's going on and being created here. The next we have is another royal card here, the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is that beautiful woman that lights up the room. Now, it's not necessarily a woman. They're not gendered, but the qualities of this queen are protection, bringing spirit in to enliven or give energy to that which is coming in from spirit to work with us. It's an internal process. Kings have external processes. Queens are internal. And so it's interesting. Everybody here is either looking ahead or looking this way, and she's looking to the future. So she's dealing with distinct, the in spiritus, the bringing of spirit and fiery energy. So we have air, we have earth, we have now fire. And she's clarified by the Four of Wands. Okay, so this is a party. This could be a wedding. This is the success of the journey of from the Ace to the Two, which is the decision. The Three of Wands, which is the nearly there, and this is the success. And it can be, as I say, a wedding or party, but it's a publicly acknowledged thing. And we have the public sitting here too. We move from the Queen to the Ten of Pentacles. So we have the Ace, the start of something, and this says to me that very quickly we're going to see the fruition, the beginning of the fruition of everything material in this Ten of Pentacles. So this is success, this is legacy, this is everything we could want. Food, air, clothing, shelter, assets for our family, money, and time. Pentacles also deals with time. Time and time management, and knowing that time is an asset. So wasting time is not appropriate when we get Pentacles cards. And surely this says we've been successful. Now, what clarifies the Ten of Pentacles here is the Seasons of the Witch card. For the next reading, I'm going to put down a cloth so I can actually get these cards up. So frog is what clarifies the Ten of Pentacles. And frog says, "May the lily beneath your breasts allow you to drink from its healing waters. Be still, for there is serenity behind the drowning croaks." So we are not meant to misinterpret what we hear and feel. We are to be feeling serenity about everything that's gone on. There is an enlightenment here. And this brings us now to the Page of Cups. So we've had the Knight of Cups, and now we have the Page of Cups. So this is the artistic, dreamy, intuitive, younger energy of seeing something or experiencing something for the first time. There's definitely, apart from the water energy, now we've got all the elements covered. Everything's covered, including spirit. So this is about focusing on having this full cup of coffee here, or whatever this is, being aware that we're seeing things with new eyes and enjoying life. Nothing is going to falter. We have the time. Pages tend to be slower moving, far slower moving than the knights. So we're chilling here. We're chilling and savoring and taking the time to see with new eyes. It almost has the same kind of energy as the Hanged One or the Hanged Man. Anyway, this page is clarified by the King of Ravens, which I believe in this deck represents Victor Frankenstein. The King of Ravens is, in this deck, the King of Swords. Wow, 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 all this royalty. I'm amazed. So this king is protecting this page. There is clarity, as if something is being learned anew. We've got the wisdom of this elder king, as it were, supporting the page and giving the page space. That's the exact phrase I just heard. Giving the page space. And the last card is the Fool. So this is a new beginning. We can trust that no matter what direction we head, it will be for our best interest and our good. And finally, this is from another one of the Santa Muerte, Dia de los Muertos card decks. This is the Papal Picado. And it's the ancestors letting us know that any worries we have are as flimsy as paper. They will just blow away. There is nothing to be concerned about. We are to maintain serenity. We have the archetypal pop of this king and this king. We have all this royalty, the queen, a knight, and a page. So all the royalty are covered. All the elements are covered. And it's a progressive week. You can flip the camera, Brian. Spirit sometimes brings images more than they bring words, and I prefer that because I can bring the words that come up. And the words that come up in the images I'm seeing is it's meant to be a slow and steady week. Easy going. Enjoying the time. Enjoying the support. not just from spirit, but from this collection, the brotherhood or sisterhood, personhood collective. That's not always easy for me to do. I'm 3 steps ahead of anything going on in my head, trying to do. It's not anticipatory anxiety, it's being organizational. And that's not a good place. It's not a good place for me, and it's not a good place, generally speaking. We need to be in the moment and to be relaxed in the moment and to enjoy the security. Trust that the ancestors are bringing us a secure week. No bombs are going off. Nothing's happening that needs our attention other than our own life and our own journey. Anyway, thank you for staying with me through this. Thank you for all you do with your support. Thank you for the thumbs ups and the subscriptions, the subscribing. Thank you for the donations through the coffee platform, the e-transfers, the PayPal. We've had a lot of difficult expense, and this is helpful. Anyway, miigwech, Yahweh, aho. Enjoy your ancestors.